Does anyone else use chopsticks to stir their coffee in the morning? I most certainly do. I just got back from Kroger and they were selling the cutest little flowers. Can you believe these were only $2? I felt so sad. Sometimes they put the little flowers out for sale, and even though they're not typical, this one is like a Christmas one, little Christmas berries. They sometimes would throw these flowers away if no one purchases them, so I'm always up for saving the little flowers. So I definitely think these would look really pretty with the poinsettias and everything else. Here's some cute little deer or reindeer. You can see one of the little pieces of the deer is missing, but you can put candles in these and they're so lovely. These were also some flowers that I was able to get from a flower shop. Even though it's winter, definitely still check out the beautiful flowers that are still available. Tonight's going to be the first night where we light up all the little candles for this cute little Santa Claus train. Looky. Jerónimo. Oh, ¿quién se ve como un grumpy Grinchy? This is one of my favorite ornaments ever because from the bottom, I can't do it with one hand, but the bottom makes it so that the little girl and the little boy can spin around. And it's the cutest little thing ever. It's like Heidi's house. You also can't beat Mr. Owl over here. A wool-felted Mr. Owl. Reading his book. Let me know below if you have any special ornaments that you put on your tree that means something to you or your family or for your loved ones. Ooh. That's cool. It is December. Can you believe that? A year has passed. I think we all know that this year was definitely a lot difficult than others. It was different. Given all the circumstances that occurred, but I hope that you're staying positive and healthy and that you're still staying joyful for this December season. For me, the biggest way to live through the holidays is continuing to be creative, and a lot of us in this journal community adore December daily, working in our journals every single day. For me, since I'm working on multiple projects at once, doing December daily right now is a little bit intimidating. What am I doing to stay creative for the month of December? I'm using my bullet journal, and I know bullet journaling typically is associated with planning, and I think the biggest thing about it is that I don't feel the pressure to journal about what I do every single day. That's raising the stakes high. Like you're going into journaling, with the highest expectations. For me, I have a lot of things going on and I'm busy, and I'm more about going out and experiencing, the holidays than stressing out about documenting them every single day in my journal. So I'm taking my bullet journal and I'm going to just be dedicating small little portions to the days that I just feel like expressing my creativity in them. So I'm going to take you along for that little journey. And today we're going to be decorating and setting up the pages in here, and I'm so excited because anything that involves decorating, I'm there, especially if it's in my journal. So I'm ready, you guys. I've been ready for a couple days now, but I always catch up in my journal during this time. But I love it so much. I love the process. I love documenting the great moments that I've had. Also the not so good moments, because you need to be realistic with your life and your journal. You need to be honest. So I just absorb all of it. Definitely let me know what you guys are using to document your December, how your pages are turning out, if you're enjoying documenting the season, as it's just so inspiring seeing everyone in this community and how we all inspire each other. So let me know in the comments below. Ooh, so yummy. Oh, so yummy. Whenever I start playing in my bullet journal, the book that I altered to kind of be used as a bullet journal, I always like to pull out pieces that I can choose from, especially scrap pieces. That's what I tend to stick with because there's no pressure if you're working with scraps. As well as some Christmas digitals. These are from my shop from last year, the advent calendar, so I will definitely be using some of those to cut them up, use the fonts, use the numbers to put them into my altered book. And then I also have some vintage wrapping paper that I cut apart from this full sheet. And then I found some books at my thrift store today. This one is the Pied Piper of Hamelin. I hopefully we pronounced that right. And the pages in here are beautiful. They're like the prettiest tone of cream. So lovely. The illustrations are so vibrant, so I might use some book pages from that. And then I love picking up these perennial flower books. They're more of a vintage aesthetic to them, similar to like Polaroids, that gorgeous vintage film, and I love using these for collages. So definitely will pick up some flowers. Pick up some flowers from the book. That sounds kind of funny. Normally you would pick up some flowers from your garden or from your local flower shop, but today we're going to pick up some flowers from book pages and paper. I could also use some of this beautiful trim that I got from a pashmina scarf. It has kind of like a Christmassy feel to it, but I'm not sure if I want to use it. This one's beautiful too, but it has a black background. So we'll see if I end up using some textile pieces for my altered book. I haven't shown to you guys the recent pages of my bullet journal because I think the last time I shared with you the pages were in the month of May. Oh my gosh, that is a crazy long time ago. So it turned into a little note-taking book. And then I also did this little collage of just some magazine pages and just some little writings here and there. So I pretty much didn't use my bullet journal for the past, I believe, 5 months, I think, since I was using my other planner. And I was also journaling in my other journal, so I didn't really feel the need to be creative in this book. I saw this on my desk and I absolutely love this book. I love the concept behind it, and I loved seeing my little pages and my days filled in. I always like to do like a decorative page on the first, and then here perhaps like the monthly glance. I think I'm going to look through this book here, and I'm going to pick out some of the pages to use. This would be cute. I'm just going to cover up the creepy men. I think that's what I might do because yeah, the illustrations of these gentlemen are just unnecessary for my bullet journal. They don't, oh, but this is darling, the mother with her baby. So I think what I'm going to do is glue on one of these pieces and cover up the illustration with the wrapping paper and then add some decorations over here. So I'm just going to start decorating these pages and we'll see how I end up creating my introduction page, my monthly page, and then my weekly pages. Now I'm feeling a little sad about covering this young gentleman. I feel kind of sad about it. For some reason, it kind of breaks my heart to completely cover him up as if he never existed. And I kind of like how he would add like a quirky feel to my book. So I'm thinking of perhaps including him as part of the collage. Oh, I think it's a little crooked. Oh well, that is okay. It's a little bit crooked, but that is fine. No harm done, no foul, because you can always cover it up. Now I have 2 border strips from cutting my wrapping paper into 2. There we go. This looks really pretty. I'm really enjoying this now. I think here I'm going to put December. I just finished creating the introduction page to December, as well as the monthly page. And I really love how these pages turned out because I liked how the overall theme for both the top and the bottom were decorative pieces connecting both pages together. So the vintage wrapping paper, I added it on the bottom, which brought this and connected it to this page, and then my stamping. This was completely accidental too, which is a happy mistake. Once I got to the M, I realized that, yeah, December was not about to fit on this page, so I thought I would just bring it to the other page, and it ended up coordinating with the bottom really well, so I loved that. And then here I can add a couple of stickers or do some more journaling. I just added some stickers that I liked, a little piece of some fabric from, I believe this was Michael's. I got this a long time ago. It's fabric washi, but in a washi tape form. It's not the best quality and it's not sticky, but I just added some adhesive underneath it. You could use whatever fabric that you have, but I like adding these little patches of fabric because it gives you texture. And then I did some stamping on the bottom, and I wrote, "Find your path of sunshine even in the coldest days of the year." So even if we're in the middle of winter and we're in December, you can still find your sunshine. So the way that I like to do my weekly spreads is just take some blank paper, some white paper, some piano paper, just blank paper, decorating the edges with washi with paper, dividing it, and then just writing inside of them. I know I want to use this. This is from my, I believe, the linen wallpaper digital. That's up in my shop. Really gorgeous papers, and this is also from that kit. I think they will work perfect with Christmas colors, like the blue and the reds, kind of like that Scandinavian Christmas. So I like that. Even though we started here with the greens and the reds, I like to switch it up a little bit and just have fun. And then I'm just covering up the book pages by adding some little collages on top. So you'll see in the end how all of these will kind of come together, and even though we're piecing different types of papers, I really enjoy this way of creating a canvas to then start decorating on top of. Right now that my base pages have been made, this was a piece of a sewing pattern. The inside, some of my digitals cut into little strips, the scrap pieces. This is some craft paper, and then this is some pretty scrap of paper. I just trimmed off a little piece of it. Reinforced the middle with some masking tape. For this one, I used the piece of a Flow magazine. It was some really pretty berry illustrations, and it had no words on it, so I can easily fill in and do my weekly journaling. This is my version of Christmas, of adding Christmas to my pages without having to use Santa Claus and reindeers and, you know, just working with the colors. And it's cute because you get little birds on there. So this is this page, and I decided to, instead of cut it in half, extend it, very similar to how I did these pages where I extended the wrapping paper on the bottom and the stamping. I go in and I just add the lines, I write the day, the number, and then I go ahead and add little washi tape and stickers and stamping. I finished adding the days and the dates. I really enjoy the use of the illustrations and then marking the lines through the illustrations. That's something different that I haven't tried out before for my previous weeks. So this is something fun that I'm going to be experimenting on. So I have different types of washi tapes with really quirky and fun illustrations, and also lovely little stickers from Maggie Holmes. And I really enjoy using little sticker icons as well. So this is the time when I use my stickers, my washi, you know, little tiny sentiments such as this that says "Live on." And I will add it on a blank space if I have nothing going on that day. I will just add some decorative pieces on that line. So I'm going to be decorating some of these pages, pre-decorating them, but the majority of them I will be filling them out as I go. So every day, all I have to do is just fill out my little line, and that's it. And if I want to go more in detail and more in depth, then I have my actual journal. So I'm extremely excited to share with you guys the finished pages that I'm going to be doing. I loved the spreads that we did, the beginning spread, the month, and then the weeks leading up to it. And then of course, these 3 last days of December will be decorated in a really lovely way. And I can't wait to show you. I filled in the pages for this week. things that I did. Decorated it with little washi stickers, added the days and the date, little scraps of paper if I didn't do anything for that particular day, some washi tape, some stamping, using different markers and colors. And then leading up, I still don't know what I have planned for the rest of the week, so it's blank. I just pre-decorated, added some stickers and sentiments, some washi, a little label, and a stamp. And then the rest of the weeks are still unplanned, so I'm going to fill this out as I go. I love the beginning of our pages, and I'm excited to see how we fill up the last pages of this month together.